council directed to the city manager to coordinate all contracts through the council. I appreciate you taking the time to do this. But was the legal review of that contract? Has our legal reviewed this contract?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, because I didn't see any comments one way or the other from legal. Did we get any?
Yes, I spoke to Mr. Rosenberg. I spoke to him, I believe, this past Monday, because I had sent him the updated agreement. Actually, he received the updated agreement about maybe 2 weeks ago. And he had told me that everything checks out, that it was good to go.
Okay, my next question is a very specific point in this contract. As I looked at it, it says under, on page 2 of 9, under client responsibilities 2B, designate a single representative for the projects who will have the authority to issue instructions, receive information, interpret and define clients' policies, and make decisions with respect to services. I'm concerned about that statement in there. One, who is the client's single representative? And this strikes me as verbiage that would allow that representative to expand the cost of this contract.
I'm sorry, Councilman, what page is that?
This is on page 2 of 9.
Okay.
It was in my package of that contract, or of that agreement, under client responsibilities, number 2B. Can you tell me who the single representative is?
We haven't gotten that far to decide or who's going to be the single representative. I believe that was put in there because I believe Chris Stewart probably going to need to speak to somebody from the city.
I agree.
I guess what I'm trying to say is, he'll ask me for information that he needs, and then I will go and find out with other departments to gather that information.
Well, that's clear in this, as far as client responsibilities, you know, and the client agrees to furnish all of the documents and access to all of the things that would need it. But this, just one clause strikes me as giving that single representative the authority to issue instructions and make decisions with respect to services, as that we could potentially end up with a contract that, because of the direct instructions issued or the decisions made, would extend our liability. That's the only question I have in this contract. As I read this thing, I'm concerned that we may be providing instructions to Stewart Planning and actually increasing our costs. And as we all know, I'm just concerned about the clause. The rest of the contract is great. I think we just need to be very careful about what kind of liability we expose the city to this on.
Pretty simple on that is to put an extra sentence on item B that would say, providing those decisions do not increase costs whatsoever.
That's fine. That's fine with me.
And I would handwrite it in, or subject to that policy.
I can do that.
I agree with you.
So we're looking at the total cost of $15,030.
Yes.
What is the current balance in the professional fees category in the general fund?
Sir, I don't have that
No.
information.
Pointing to,
See if I can look.
according to the report we got last city council meeting, $75,000 was budgeted in professional fees. Through November 30th, we had only spent $1,242.68, leaving a balance of $73,757.32. Does this, now, the water sewer stuff was done through a USDA grant. Do we have any other major professional fees expected?
Not other than the routine, the Bureau Florida, but we do get revenue on the other end of that. No, that's it. The water model, that was a potential a project that we're going to undertake, comes out of the water and sewer fund, which is
Thank you. With the changes that Mr. Vipond has recommended, or suggested, I would recommend approval.
Another second.
I have a motion from Councilman Miller, second by Councilman Guerrero. All in favor? All opposed? Motion carries.
Please ensure that the motion reflects the added
I was going to
statement.
suggest the motion should be approved with the adding of a sentence on page 2, item B, providing those decisions do not increase the cost of the contract.
Can I just add, provided those instructions or decisions?
Okay, absolutely. Yep.
Thank you, Mr. Vipond. I know a lot of work has gone into this, and this has taken a tremendous amount of time. And this will allow the city to go forward as it comes to many of the things that we need to do as it relates to impact fees, as to the direction that we're going. And one of the pieces that got amended in this contract are the land use assumptions. And I think that's critical, that as we plan infrastructure in our city, we need to be planning it in the direction where the city is most probable to grow. And this is allowing a professional engineer group to look at our city, look at the land use, look at how property is being used, and will point us in the right direction. And I appreciate all the work of the Planning and Zoning Committee and Ms. Nichols on this project.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Okay, with that, it is 8:35. The meeting is adjourned. Thank you.